Saturday on the net in the US, the race for the Republican nomination continues. Russia's polling station webcams have recorded some unusual scenes. And a German man sends a model shuttle into space. The Conservative Party candidates have reached the Super Tuesday showdown, a decisive moment in the race to win the Republican nomination for November's presidential election. The main contenders have launched massive online campaigns over the past few days to try and win over support ahead of this critical day of voting. Mitt Romney's wife Anne features in his latest campaign ad. She talks about how she and the former governor for Massachusetts met and fell in love, as well as key moments in his political career, aiming to portray Mitt Romney as someone who has all the qualities needed to lead a country. His main rival, Rick Santorum, has also called upon the services of his wife, Karen, who appears in a recent ad presenting his political program. She refers to his commitment to reducing public debt and his concerns over the Iranian nuclear threat. She goes on to explain why she thinks a former Pennsylvania senator is the best choice for the America of the future. And although the two main contenders for the Republican nomination are taking swipes at each other online, they do have a mutual enemy, Barack Obama. Santorum often criticises the incumbent president and pledges to return to the issue of healthcare reforms if elected in November. Mitt Romney, meanwhile, is appealing for donations online. He claims to be Obama's favourite target and needs help in funding his campaign in order to give the Obama camp a run for their money. Approximately 180,000 webcams were installed in around 90,000 polling stations in Russia in a bid to reassure voters that Sunday's presidential election would be a clean and fair one. The measures were meant to ensure the election was transparent, but there have been widespread allegations of fraud and irregularities nonetheless. In these online videos, for example, we see what appear to be cases of ballot stuffing. The webcams also captured astonishing or even unusual moments on camera from numerous polling stations across the country. Some of the footage is from voting day itself and show, like here in Chechnya for example, voters dancing around the ballot boxes as others wait their turn to cast their vote. And it would appear the Russian election webcams designed for vote transparency were already in action on the Saturday. Numerous videos had already started doing the rounds on sharing sites on the eve of the election. On Saturday night, web users surfing on the website set up by the authorities to centralise in real time all the footage from the famous webcams were able to view live feeds broadcasting scenes of the various festivities or even gym sessions taking place in the town halls and community centres, which were to be turned into polling stations the next day. But the undisputed winner for most original moment caught on camera is this man who was filmed relaxing on a bed next to one of the ballot boxes. The footage has been widely circulated online and the man has become an internet sensation in Russia. Over the years, the newsroom of well-known American daily The New York Times has accumulated a vast collection of images used to illustrate their articles. The newspaper has decided to make a portion of the hundreds of thousands of archived photographs available to the public via a feed on Tumblr entitled The Lively Morgue. Web users can now delve into over 100 years of history from the comfort of their own home. I am not a slut. This is how thousands of American women have responded to conservative radio host Rush Limbaugh's recent on-air outburst. During one of his shows last week, he insulted student Sandra Fluke after she spoke in favour of contraception before a congressional committee. Army officer Jessica Scott was outraged by his comments and said so on Twitter. Her hashtag #IamNotASlut proved hugely popular and sparked hundreds of similar tweets. The public outcry prompted numerous companies to withdraw their advertising from Rush Limbaugh's programme, and he ended up apologising. This video, which you can see in its entirety on video sharing platforms, is the work of a German space exploration enthusiast who wanted to pay tribute to the end of the space shuttle after 30 years of loyal service. He made a Lego model of one of the shuttles and sent it off into space. He attached it to a helium-filled balloon and it reached an altitude of 35 kilometres. He also incorporated a mini camera so that he could take web users along for the ride.